What is Aquaman's favorite type of fruit?
Oh, geez. I don't know.
Watermelon!
I should have known.
Welcome to the greatest DC comic show on YouTube. Thanks for checking out our Fanboys Live and the Retro Review show tonight. We're so excited that you are here for it. And we means myself, Ryan Magic Lasso, and Signature King. How are you?
I'm great.
How's everything in the kingdom? Has there been any comic hunting in the kingdom?
Yeah. So I picked up. I'm going to show two cool issues that I got. And I picked up the Jenny Frison Batman Deadpool. So
you picked up the right one.
I did. Well, one, because I like Wonder Woman, but ever since we got to meet Jenny Frison together, I'm always going to get Jenny Frison books when I get the chance, just because who knows, maybe I'll meet her again.
I hope we both do, because I really want a copy of that book signed.
Yeah, that'd be sick. And last one, gotta have a foil copy, right? The new Batman Beyond Static X.
Nice.
Crossover. Not crossover, because they exist together. Story.
Who's the artist on that? Is that someone that you can get it signed?
I forgot already. I'm not sure. But hopefully. Cool.
I mean, a little birdie has told me that maybe you've been doing some online comic book shopping.
New Cadia is still running a deal right now, 50% off of absolutely everything. Every book, nothing special. Only these books. It's every character, every story, every comic, regardless of the price. So if they got an Action Comics #1, it's 50% off, but they don't.
That's sad.
Yeah. All right. Instead of 8 million, it'd only be 4 million.
Yeah, we'll talk about some comic sales in just a minute when we get into the news portion of it. So I was at a comic book store today, so that's why the happy mood is here. That's why I got my adrenaline kicking.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we have such a great guest today. We went out of the country again for our guest tonight.
We did.
Last week we were out of the country. We stayed in Canada for our special guest today. He is the voice. You like how I did that?
One and only.
The voice. He's an awesome guy, and someone that I'm so glad that I've gotten to know in this comic book community. Let's say hello to Steve the Voice White.
G'day.
How are ya?
Yep, it's Canada. It's cold up here too. Got my little space heater on down here to keep my tootsies warm.
Awesome. Well, how are you doing, Steve?
I'm doing excellent. I was actually at a mini-con today in Ajax, so I picked up a couple of books, and I dropped a video today.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know if... Nice. I don't know if I mentioned this, but at the end, we kind of do like a little show and tell, a book show portion. Right. And if you want to grab something DC-oriented, if you haven't already, we'll share that at the end of the show. So
perfect.
It's cool. Yeah. So for someone that might not be familiar with you, tell us just a brief synopsis about you and your collecting.
Okay, I've been collecting for 40 some odd bloody years, since the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. And of course, just like everybody else's origin story, in and out. The pesky thing like college gets in the way, girls get in the way, family, children, all that crap gets in the way of our wonderful collecting habits. But then you come back into it. So probably about 2016, it seems to be the same time a lot of people that I've met on the YouTubes here have gotten back into it. And my collection, it sat in a dusty closet for a very, very long time. Mm-hmm. It's just a meager collection, somewhere in 11,000, something like that.
A meager collection, 10, 11,000.
Small.
Yeah.
A small little collection. But I know some people that have like hundreds of thousands of books.
True.
That's insane.
Yeah, more than I have.
I don't know where they put them all.
Yeah, I don't either.
I have 2 comic book rooms, and they're both stuffed.
Wow, 2 rooms.
2 rooms, yes. My wife has allocated me 2 rooms.
Tony has a whole kingdom of comic books.
Yeah, he's got that beautiful
Technically, it's just
all set up.
Big one, but I could go into the bedrooms over there because it is like a basement apartment. I thought about knocking it down and making one big room, but I was like,
it all depends on how it grows, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't want to force it.
He hasn't gotten into Marvel yet.
I haven't.
I got a big cabinet just loaded with that. That takes up a chunk.
When he gets into Marvel, forget it. And I've been, I don't know if he knows this yet, but I've been subliminally trying to get him to start buying Golden Age Shazam.
Oh, good Lord. That's a rabbit hole that you don't want to.
Yeah. Did you know I was doing that, SK?
I've been doing that to myself for a long time.
But I mean, have you noticed that I seem to send you a lot of Golden Age Shazam? Have you noticed that?
Yeah, there was one that I was seriously gonna. You sent me a post. Someone was doing a claim sale for Golden Age Shazam, and I was gonna do it. I was gonna pull the trigger, but by the time I read it, it had already been claimed. But I was gonna do it. I had the funds.
Someone Shazammed before you could.
Don't worry, there's another one out there for you.
We'll
find it.
There is.
But two things got to line up. The condition that I want and the funds that I want have to line up at the same time.
Yep.
Because you can get a terrible one for not that much money, but I don't want a terrible one. I want a decent one.
Sure, makes sense. Well, Steve, we're so happy that you're here. If you're watching on the Rewind, we're happy that you're choosing to spend some time with us as well. In our live chat, we kick it off by saying hello to John's Comics with Friends. So hope that you're doing well, John. Then we got Steve in the chat as well. Awesome. Hello, Joanne. That's not Joanne, but Cookie understands why I said that. And that's just a little podcast. Cookie's not even a female. So, I mean, it's a little different, but he understands. And we're glad that he's here tonight, too. So we'll get into some DC Comics news, and I thought, Tony, we'd start out with DC Comics made national news over the last couple days.
Yep.
I mean, we're talking NBC, ABC, CBS, all those fake news networks have been covering a DC Comics story.
It's going to bring people back into it, and I think it already has.
It could, because the highest sold comic book ever just occurred. And it was, if you remember a few weeks back on Fanboys, I was talking about the fact that a 9.0 CGC copy of Superman #1 from 1939 was coming up for auction. And the auction has come and gone with a record-setting price of $9.12 million.
Only.
For just his 12th appearance,
For his 12th appearance, yeah. So how crazy is that?
That's awesome.
That's pretty wild.
Everybody's in their attic right now looking.
Yep.
Waiting for long-lost relatives to die off. They're pulling plugs. Yeah, right. They're smothering people with pillows, and they're going to attics to try and find these books.
Signing do not resuscitate orders on everyone's grandma so they can get a copy.
DNRs.
Yep. I saw someone made like an Onion-type parody post where it says, collector goes to family attic, finds a copy of what was it? Youngblood #1. So,
Rock one, the whole freaking box of them.
Yeah. So that's awesome. Congratulations to whomever decided to buy that as my Christmas present.
It's got to be Southern Comic Book Geek.
Yeah, it is. Because, I mean, originally I was going to say it was our Silver Hair Bronze Age babe. But let's face it.
There's no diorama in there.
There's no diorama. Let's face it. What did she buy? She had to buy this.
Oh, God, yeah.
Which also just completed the original artwork for Neil Adams, which is her creator, for the Superman 233. That just sold in auction for $1,500,000.
Oof.
Just one page. Wow.
Yeah, I fully expect Shabab to have bought it and maybe some new markers.
Oh, no. She's going to color it in?
She would color it in. But she would stay in between the lines. That's the nice thing.
Excellent. It'll go up in value then.
Yes, it would. So maybe she'll have that. She's going to be with us next weekend, and maybe she'll have that for a book show. That would be nice.
I don't know, Jackson. I don't think Gary B is going to show up.
Oh, is Jackson here? Jackson is here. Meow. And he's meowing me back. And Catley Comics is here. Hope that you're doing well. Yeah, no Gary B's tonight.
No. He's getting the turkeys ready.
He is, yeah. He's going from bees to turkeys. So we were talking also a few months ago about this huge list of DC Comics collections that have been scheduled for 2026. Well, now 3 of them have fallen off the list, and we don't know why, although they never were officially solicited. One of those really bums me out, but let's talk about it, okay? Batman, the movies trade, which was due on June 30th, has been cut. DC Finest Superman, The Last Days of Superman, due February 17th, has been cut. And the one that breaks my heart, DC Universe by Alex Toth, the deluxe edition, due July 17th, cut. Now, that doesn't mean that these don't have a shot at reappearing at some time. But for whatever reason, they are off the active lineup for DC Comics.
So there's no explanation. They just cut these.
No explanation, not right now. It's just...
That's weird for DC.
cut,
The
yeah.
number of freaking variants they put out, I don't think they're hurting for money to put out these books.
Yeah, especially since these are all reprinted material. So the material's there, and in some cases, I'm sure already remastered or ready to print.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure why.
Maybe they're focusing on the absolute universe.
Yeah, that very well could be.
Because Batman just freaking gone through the roof.
Oh, Batman and Wonder Woman both doing so well in the absolute universe. So we have talked in the past about the upcoming Legends Omnibus. And now we know there's the cover art for it. Now we know exactly what it's going to contain when it gets released. I believe it's an April release. April 21st. So we are going to get Legends 1 through 6, Batman 401, Detective 568, Green Lantern Corps 207, Cosmic Boy 1 through 4, Justice League of America 258 through 261, Secret Origins 10 and 14, Fury of Firestorm 55, 56, 58, 59, Blue Beetle 9 and 10, Warlord 114 and 115, Superman number 3, Adventures of Superman 426, and Action 586, with a brand new foreword by Mike Gold.
Wow.
So, SK, do you remember when we reviewed this on Fanboys?
I remember. It's a
Yeah.
good story. I like that story.
Yeah. I have some other, I should let you get a chance to interject, Tony, if you have some news, but I still have some more.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, great. So let's start turning to the facsimile. Steve, are you a fan of the facsimile comic books? Some people are, some people aren't.
It's a hit and a miss. It depends on which ones. Like some of them, yes, I'll grab up, but I don't grab up any of the ones that... Well, actually, no, that's a lie. When Wonder Woman came out with the facsimiles and the foil for Volume 2, number 1, I picked up both.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm a hypocrite. I get them.
We're going to start getting some new facsimiles have been announced for the new year, including a 4-monthly Batman The Dark Knight.
Ooh.
Oh, see, that would be a good
facsimile.
one. I don't have that one.
Yeah. So that is coming, the facsimile edition, with a foil variant, a regular, and a blank sketch, pricing the regular one at $4.99. That is scheduled to start dropping February 25th, and then, the next 3 consecutive months after that as well.
Well, see, when they price them like that, it's okay. It's just when they start jacking the prices up on some of them, that's, like those treasury size ones, and they're like $15, $20. I'm like, okay, I'm going to pass on that.
Yeah, and I have some Treasury news coming up in just a moment, but I'm not done with Batman facsimiles. We're going to get some monthly Detective Comics facsimiles, starting with Detective Comics 575 for the Batman Year 2. These are going to come out in consecutive months as well, starting February 18th. So it'll be Detective Comics 575 through 578 in monthly facsimiles. Great cover.
That's wild.
And, here's one that my signature king is going to be very happy about. Got to keep the SK happy, or nobody's going to be happy. Here's a facsimile coming out.
Oh, Jesus.
Mad love.
So Batman Adventures. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. The Mad Love special facsimile for Valentine's Day with a foil variant and a blank sketch variant, February 18th.
Well, honestly, that Harley Quinn makes sense. One, because it's the DC Batman animated universe one, which is like the original Harley Quinn. And that's the one that everybody likes, including me. And I like the evil Harley Quinn. I don't like this new semi kind of good buddy with Batman Harley Quinn. That's stupid. That doesn't even make any sense.
Yes.
Give me Joker's girlfriend Harley Quinn. I don't want
Yes.
Justice League Harley. That's dumb.
Yes. A Treasury facsimile that was just announced. You can get the Secret Origins of Supervillains.
Oh,
that's
a
a good one. Yeah,
That is a good one.
I think I have that one. I'm pretty sure I do.
And you look at that, a 3D diorama on the back.
Oh, geez.
Oh, you got to cut that out.
Silver hair Bronze Age babe does. I can already see Jax. I can see Jackson clutching his heart right now.
Well, she's in there with the scissors and she'll film it.
Yes. Yep. February 25th, foil version available as well.
Oh, even better. You cut that one up and you have the foily version.
That's what I started telling her. And another light bulb you could see the light bulb just turn on.
She'll have one of each.
She'll have one of each. She'll have dueling dueling dioramas.
The shiny and the dull.
Yes. So we talked about, Steve, are you going to pick up the facsimile for the original Superman versus Spider-Man, which is about to celebrate its 50th anniversary?
Nope.
No. Okay. Hi, Jedi. Thanks for stopping in here. That has just been announced. Another variant for that has been announced. And I know FOC for that is like tomorrow. But look, there's going to be an Alex Ross variant.
Ooh, wow.
That is pretty nice.
That's not bad. Look at that.
It isn't.
$20. Oh,
Yeah, it's $20. And I think there's a foil version too. But I don't know if there's a foil of the Alex Ross. There's a foil of the original. So one thing we don't know is Alex Ross has also redone the back cover in the past. We don't know if they're going to use that as not, but there's an original versus his back cover recreation.
which one is the
The one on the left is his.
I like the one on the right better.
Yeah, you do? The original? Yeah. Of course, that looks like Nicholas Hammond from the 1970s Spider-Man with Christopher Reeve. So, yeah. No diorama on that one. I'm sorry to disappoint.
I mean, I'm not disappointed, but I'm sure Shebab is.
Yes.
Very disappointed.
And you think I'm done with facsimiles? No. Here's a Neil Adams facsimile that's coming out. Action Comics number 419. Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow from Superman 423 is coming out as a facsimile as well.
That's
so the action,
cover.
the action 419 facsimile due February 25th. And there we have the Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow also coming out as a facsimile in February. That one on February 11th.
That's cool.
Yeah. So no shortage of upcoming facsimiles. Now, Mr. Signature King, if you have news,
yes. So
go for it.
James Gunn just recently did an interview, and someone asked him, I'm trying to how I want to do this, about the Flash.
Okay.
Asked him about the Flash, and James Gunn says, absolutely, we're having the Flash. He's going to show up. And he teased that we're actually going to get him way faster than what we anticipated.
Way faster?
Way faster. I think he did that too.
Uh-huh.
Which someone brought up a good point. James Gunn already announced that Jimmy Olsen is getting a spinoff.
Yep.
And they already announced that it's already in development. I forget the actor who played Jimmy Olsen is coming back to play Jimmy Olsen. It is connected to James Gunn DC universe, and the villain is already been announced for that show, and it's Gorilla Grodd. So, is the Flash going to appear in the Jimmy Olsen, whatever they're going to call it, Jimmy Olsen show? Maybe that's when we're going to get our first look at the Flash.
That'd be cool.
And speaking of the Flash, James Gunn says they don't have an official cast yet, but he has someone he's talking to about the role. So maybe it's true. Again, this could all change, which is a great segue into my next news article I want to talk about. The bidding war for Warner Brothers Discovery just kicked off. It is down to 3 bidders: Paramount, Netflix, and Comcast are the big three players here, with the likely favorite being Comcast.
Really?
Which is weird.
Have they got the deeper pockets or what?
I guess they got the deeper pockets. So Comcast owns a whole bunch of stuff, even outside of movies and just TV shows in general, which is wild. So this would be their first kind of big venture into a big motion picture branded company. And if it was true, it would be Comcast Warner would be the official title. But I don't know why they would drop Warner. Well, they would drop the brothers out of Warner Brothers. It would just be Comcast Warner. Even Discovery kept Warner Brothers Discovery.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be Comcast Warner.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait. And they expect to make an announcement of who won this bid, hopefully by the end of the year. So hopefully by Christmas, we'll get some good news. Not good news, but maybe it's good news.
Just news.
Just news. Hopefully we'll know where it goes. But I just hope they don't be like, okay, we got this new parent company, that James Gunn verse. Yeah, we're going to toss that in the trash. We're going to start over again.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to see that really either.
That would drive me insane.
I think it could hurt the brand more than anything.
It would definitely hurt the brand because there's a lot of good stuff that they've been teasing even before James Gunn really got on board, like Amazon's or Paradise Lost. Even James Gunn confirmed that's still happening. Yeah. And they announced that way before he even got here. So I really want to see that. That would be really cool. Yeah. Waller, something I still want to see.
Yes. I got to use that same actress, though.
Viola Davis? Yeah, they got to bring her back.
She is
awesome. They did bring her back for Creature Commandos. She voiced herself.
She did.
Yeah. So that's good news that maybe she's in here for the long haul. Did she make an appearance in Peacemaker season 2? I didn't see it.
I don't think she did. She was referenced because the character's daughter is on the show.
Yeah.
I think she was just referenced. I don't remember her being on.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, there's hopefully some good news coming down the DC pipeline in terms of movies and TV and other media. But yeah, those are the two big ones I wanted to talk about. So that's all I got.
Cool. If you don't mind pulling up the assist, we'll start getting ready for our retro review tonight. And our special guest picked this out for us. Steve, tell us what you picked and why you picked it.
Well, I'm a big fan of the black, what do they call it? The Black Label.
Black Label.
Because they're a little more edgy and they got a little more, I'm a big horror kind of guy and I like the horror type books.
Yeah.
And it's got a bit of a Viking kind of theme to it too, which we'll get into when we start talking about this book. It's called Basketful of Heads. It's a 7-part miniseries. And, as the title says, it's about a basket full of heads. Not just one head, there are more than one head.
Yeah.
It's plural.
Yeah.
But it's a cool little horror story, and it really kind of, I dug how it went. And then, of course, there's another one called Refrigerator Full of Heads, which could be the next review if I ever come back again after this one.
Yeah, okay. Well, tonight we're going to cover the first 3 issues.
Yeah.
For Basketful of Heads. So, Signature King, you will kick us off with issue number 1.
I gotta admit, I heard of the story, but I've never read it until we had to do it for the show. But I have a lot of Black Label comics, but I never picked this one up. I don't know why. I like horror comics, but I don't know. I never got this one. But ironically enough, I do have the promo poster for it. It's in here somewhere. I just can't find a weird frame for it because it's a door poster, so it's really
one of those,
long.
one of the narrow ones. Yeah,
it's really long. So it's tough to find some cool way to frame it. I mean, I guess I could if I did the custom job, but I don't know if I want to spend a few $100 to frame a free poster. But yeah, here we go. Here it starts off with this interesting character carrying with. I mean, judging by the cover, we know this character has a basket full of heads, and he's got a cool Viking axe, and he's looks like to be on some kind of bridge. And he stopped by a gentleman in a truck, wondering what the heck he's doing. And here we have our cool intro title page, Basketful of Heads. Joe Hill, I know he's he was like on top of the world for a while during COVID.
Absolutely was.
For writing comics. So we're getting our intro to the story here, and we start off in Maine, summer of 1983. A young lady sitting on what looks to be that same bridge, approached by a police officer. But as it turns out, that they are not only do they know each other, but they are romantically involved. I like this. What I do like about at least my part of the story is the dialogue. For whatever reason, it seemed to have flowed very naturally. Not that that's uncommon in comics, but I don't know. It just felt like I could hear these two characters talking in my head, and it seemed like a normal, everyday conversation between two very young people here. Yeah, and this was part of one of my favorite things. This whole thing, like, oh, I stopped being a cop, 5 minutes ago. So let's go ahead and do some stuff. But yeah, they're kissed on the bridge, and she was talking about all the trash she could see and whatnot. And here's a bra blown in the wind. We cut back to and he's driving around this really cool police car dune buggy thing in Maine, of all places. I don't know why, because there's tons of dunes in Maine.
A Volkswagen with super wide tires.
Yeah, right. Although it is cool. The cool factor is 10 out of 10, especially for a police car. Yeah, yeah, that's true. So they're going back into town, and they're just talking about, reminiscing about how long it's been. And she brings up this idea of, maybe getting a new car and whatever. But one thing I should note is he is a very temporary police officer. He is hired on this local police department just for the summer, which is strange. I've never heard of any town doing that, but maybe they do that. I have no idea. And he's talking about when he first got here, he was found, he didn't find a dead body, but there was a dead body and he had to go do cop stuff with it. And yeah, we cut to Shawshank Prison, which I thought was a really cool wink.
What a great name.
Yeah, right. And I couldn't quite tell what county it is. Is it Derby County?
Yeah, and
or
the funny
Derry
thing is
County?
they're on an island, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, they got some prisoners here. But yeah, they finally show up, and he says, I'm off the clock, but how can I help? And he said, I'm going to assume it's the chief or the sheriff. Want to know who is this young lady? He said, this is and he doesn't call her girlfriend, my special, or my number one girl pal, or whatever he says, which I thought was very 50s. My number one gal.
I'm not committing.
Yeah, right. I'm definitely not committing in front of all my male friends. And he said, yeah, she just got off the bus. She's going to stay with us. But yeah, so she came up to be with him, but he is actually staying with the
sheriff.
Chief of police or sheriff or whatever, and his family. And he said, oh man, you got to run that by the missus. And he said, I already did. And she was okay with it. And they have this really funny dialogue. It's like, hey, my family operates on a need to know basis. And we've been married for 30 some odd years. And I never know anything, which I thought was really funny. But yeah, they're trying to figure out this giant mystery here. And they load up some prisoners back on the old paddy wagon. But look at this gigantic house. That not only is it like a house on the left, but you also will look to be have like a guest quarters on the right, all on the police officer or police chief salary. Lives in this gigantic mansion. I just had to laugh, but anyway, moving on. She gets introduced to the family, and she's talking about her what she does, like what she studies, and she's studying like. And this kind of made me roll my eyes, like toxic masculinity in young men or whatever. But anyway, they get to this really cool room, and they got all this ancient artifacts and coins and weapons, and he's saying it's all authentic and it's like museum quality. And it's a pretty cool collection. I'm not going to lie. It definitely does look like a museum. And you notice the axes.
Well, it's the one axe, but I think it's when it pans to the second one, it goes like blood color, which is neat. The symbol on there lights up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like roots or maybe like blood. I'm not sure what that is trying to symbolize, but it's one axe. Okay, I don't know why I thought it was two axes.
No,
I thought
it's
I saw
the same axe, but as soon as they walk by, it's like it activates or something, right? Kind of let you know it's magical.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're having their dinner here, and this panel confused me. Like, wait a minute, did she just grow a second head? But no, it's just trying to symbolize frustration. But yeah, they got a call here, and they find out that some prisoners escaped, and a police officer died while trying to pursue them. But it turns out that I love it. He died while trying to catch them, but he died because he like slipped or fell or whatever. Like the prisoners didn't kill him, and the chief of police says, "Yeah, he was just a clumsy dumbass and slipped and broke his neck and died." Yeah, but look at this like 80s technology here. Like you gotta have some guy wearing the radio.
It's like in the war, right?
Yeah, right. Can you imagine like how annoying that is? So you hired this temporary kid to help investigate. The murders were happening, but just to be a regular police officer and write traffic tickets and enforce city ordinance. But then you have this full-time police officer who just his sole purpose is to follow around the chief of police wearing a phone.
This is set in the 1980s, right?
Yep,
yeah,
1983.
Yeah.
Yep. I just had to think about that for a second. Like,
yeah, that's cool.
Shouldn't this be an intern right here?
Yeah.
But whatever. But yeah, we're cutting back here, so we're back at the mansion here, and there, big storm outside, very stereotypical 80s slasher weather outside, and they're getting cozy on the couch, and they're talking about different types of music and whatnot. But then they hear this big loud thump in the night, and they can hear some people talking. So he has her run upstairs and hide. And here we leave on this gigantic cliffhanger where we see it is assumed to be our two escaped prisoners from Shawshank prison. I wonder if they went through the sewer.
Yeah, I wonder. They look kind of grimy.
Yeah.
But that's issue 1.
Did that issue kind of grab you or what, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very interesting. I forget who are the artists on here. I forget who that was. Dave Stewart. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Dave Stewart's a colorist. Illustrated by Leomacs. I don't know who that is.
Leomacs. Yeah. Leomacs. Yeah.
Issue 2. Let me get that going up here.
Okay. While you're pulling that up, I'll say hello to Gordon, who's checked in with us. Hope you're doing well, Gordon. Happy Thanksgiving a few days in advance.
All right.
So my issue 2, we start out with a really good cover. While Tony's had a lot of narrative to it, mine has a lot of letting the imagery tell the story, as you'll find out as we go through this. So on page 1, we have our main character, one of our main characters. This is June Branch, and she's hiding, just like, her boyfriend Liam told her to do. She's kind of peeking out a little bit, and we have these escaped convicts, supposedly, that are going through the house. One of them starts to turn, and he walks into the bathroom, and he's walking right to the shower, rips it open, but nobody's there. Below you see that big, you hear that scream? That's Liam being tortured. So this prisoner walks out of the bathroom, and we see the hamper, and we figure out that's where June is hiding at. She's hiding in the hamper. Luckily, she hasn't been caught yet. And she's overhearing things, give us what you want. And this all stops and the screams. So we see the clock. We get our title page, Basketful of Heads. And then here on this page that you're on, we see that 2 hours have passed. So we're at the Clausen house, Brody Island, just like we were when the story's set. And she finally decides maybe she should get out. And I love, because I think what she says is what anyone would say in this circumstance. Please be gone, please be gone, please be gone. So she gets out and she starts looking around the house. She heads downstairs. She can see blood. She actually sees his finger, Liam's finger. The problem is she sees a broken window. The problem is she's not alone. One of the inmates is there who asks if she has a light. And she turns around and he says, hey, your man said that you went out the back door and ran, but we knew he was lying. We had somebody out there watching for you and we never saw you. We even chopped off his finger and he still wouldn't change his story. So she goes ahead, turns around, grabs that axe that Tony showed in the very first issue. She grabs it and warns him to stay back and to keep away. And he says, okay, I can see you're not someone to mess with, you know. And he's like, are you hot? You know, I think it's boiling in here. And she wants to know where the others are. And he says, you know, they took off with the boy. They want something he's got. I think he's going to show them where it is. Maybe you know where it is. And she's like, hey, Liam doesn't have anything that you could want, you know. And then she's like, why are you unzipping your jumpsuit? You need to put your hand down. He's like, what do you mean? He doesn't have anything that we want. Doesn't everyone have something? And she is telling him to stop and not to proceed. But what he takes out is a gun. And he says, everyone's got something worth something. Money, information, a cute little girl you tucked away. And she's going to start to run and, of course, twists her ankle and falls. And he says, because he's getting ready to shoot her. And he says, oh, honey, stay where you are. I don't want to have to shoot you. That's no fun. And then the lightning just crackles. So here in Brody Island, we get the big overview on the top, and we see as the storm is moving in, this storm is coming down very, very well. And it's creating water problems here. And the town is now cut off. The island is cut off because of the roads overflowing with rain. So we cut back to June right now. She's out on the island. She's running. She's got the axe. He fires a shot that gets pretty close to her. And he starts to follow her down. And he's got this basket that's full of all these like rubber ducky and some other like toys that you would play outside in the sand with. And he says, I'm not a bad guy. I don't want to shoot anyone. But you make me chase you around in the rain. And that's going to put me in a bad mood. So as he comes down, she's hidden. She jumps out and starts to take a whack at him, at his feet. And he's on the ground. She lifts the sword up. Then all of a sudden, you can see that the sword is red again, like it's enchanted. And she lifts the sword up high over her head and hit it, Tony. Hit the next page. Look at that splash. Decapitates him.
Good shot.
Wow. Yes. So after that, we take a beat for a moment. She realizes what she's done. She sees the gun. The tide's starting to come in. She wants to get the gun. And she realizes that that's going to be a lost cause. The tide's coming in too fast. She's not going to get the gun. And she's like, okay, you needed that. Stupid. And then all of a sudden she hears this, what is this? And she hears someone talking. And this person saying, I can't move. Hey, lady, something's really wrong here. Why is everything upside down? And she realizes, puts her hand over her mouth. When he's saying, I can't feel my legs. Oh my God, my legs are over there. Why can't I walk? And starts to scream. And it's the head talking. And she starts to run away. No, don't go. Help, please. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I tried to shoot you. It was my goof. Come back. I'm scared. Help me. You know, and there's a few expletives here. As one would say, if your head has been cut off and you're aware of it. And the tide is coming in. And now the head is worried about, potentially drowning. Calls her a couple choice names. And threatens her a little bit of all the stuff they're going to do to her if she doesn't come back and help. And he's begging for help. You can't let me drown. And all of a sudden the tide's starting to come in again with the big whoosh. And I know you're a good person. I know you won't leave me here to drown just like an animal. Hey, I can help you find Liam. If you ever want to see him again, I'm your only chance. And the tide comes in. Well, you come back. And she does come back. And she's got the basket. She still has that big axe with her. And she's like, shut up for a minute. And how are you even communicating? And he's like, I don't know. And she's like, I told you to shut up. And why are you still talking? So she dumps all of the toys and the stuff that was in the basket out. And he's like, the next wave is just about to come in. So she grabs him by the hair, lifts up the head, and throws it into the basket. So it's our first head in the basket. And he says, thank you, oh, thank you. And she's like, I need to get warm. I need to think. I need a phone. I need to call the police. I need help. And he's like, you need help? You need help? What about me? And she's like, shut up, or we'll see how far then I can kick you. And then we look at that body as the tide starts to come in again. You know, it was in that orange prison jumpsuit thing, splashes in a little bit. And as the orange jumpsuit opens up a little bit, what do we see but a Brody Island sheriff's badge? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. The plot thickens.
Yes. And the next issue says, heads will roll.
So what do you
That's
think
something.
of that?
That's right, Gordon. Get him.
That's right. Get him. Yeah, I found it a captivating story.
Yeah.
A decaptivating story.
A decaptivating story. All right. Tony will bring up the assist for you for issue 3, and Steve will let you take that over.
Oh, great.
I love these
Narrative
covers.
time.
The covers are really good.
Yeah, they did really good. Like I've got, this is the B cover for issue number 1. I
Okay,
got up
very
on
cool.
the display stand here. So
Is that foil?
I don't think it's a, no, it's not a foil. It's just,
Oh, it just looks foily.
yeah,
Okay,
it looks
gotcha.
foily, but it's not. So like issue 2, issue 3 is, yeah, he was not a very nice person. Issue 3 is very similar with not a lot. Well, there is narrative to it, but it starts off with our poor June hiding in this, what do they call those things? It's like a gazebo.
Gazebo, yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's trying to wrap her head around what in the hell has happened there. So she's in shock. And the poor decapitated head thinks he needs medical assistance.
That's the understatement of the year.
It's like, I need a scientist, a doctor. Like, somebody's got to figure this out. Like, why am I still alive? And she's in absolute shock, too. She's soaking wet from this whole ordeal. She's lobbed the man's hand and fingers and his head off. And she's trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And she can't believe that he's still talking. And of course, we go to the lovely splash page of Basketful of Heads. And now we got one head in the basket, along with a set of shears there. So, of course, now her focus goes back as she wants to find out what the hell's going on with Liam. Like, why did this all happen? Were they in the house? Why did they attack them and take Liam in the first place? And he's still going on. The poor severed head flips back and forth between being rational and then calling her names and freaking out. And then he's immediately sorry. And then he goes back to being nice again. And she's looking at the axe, trying to figure out, this means something with this symbol on there now that it's red. So she's not sure if this whole thing is real. So she takes the axe and she cuts her arm with it and feels the pain and goes, okay, this is definitely real. What's happening here? So then she goes back to Liam again, or asks the head about Liam. And he talks about he wanted them to sever a different part of the anatomy, not the fingers at the start there. So she picks him up by the head, and she's starting to interrogate him now and wants to find out what the hell's going on by, squeezing his nose, pulling on his lip, and basically threatening him with throwing him back into the water and letting the crabs have at him. So he's trying to plead with her and saying that, that you're a nice person, and starts to explain basically, well, he's trying to lie is what he's trying to do about what happened. So she gives him a couple of slaps in the face. And he starts to break down because he's starting to cry now because he's had a very emotional evening, right?
Yeah.
So they were looking for her, and he's trying to lie, saying that they didn't want Liam, they wanted her. But she pretty much quickly unravels that it is not him or her that they're after. They were after Liam for sure, because of she was hiding in the house, and they took him off. Okay, where are we at here? I'm still trying to read here as we're going along, trying to get the synopsis of it. So he's going to start telling the story about how the inmates were cleaning up along the riverbed, along the riverside, and they came across money. They started seeing money as they were going, and they found a body, but she wasn't dead yet. There was some girl, and they think it was a suicide because she had put rocks and stuff in her backpack and threw herself off the bridge. And they had something like $10,000 or something, and they're thinking that the sheriff and the Liam, he took the money, and these convicts were basically, they're trying to get to her or get to him to get the money, because now, of course, he's got the sunglasses, he's starting to flash off his money. And she's still calling bullshit on this. And she just throws him in the basket, and she rips the American flag off of the gazebo and wants to cover it up, because now she just wants to, basically call the cops and let them sort this stuff out. So she takes him back into the house and tries to phone on the phone line there. But of course, the phone line's dead. The power's out. She can't get through to anybody. So now her next thing is she's looking at the rifle rack and sees that all the guns are gone. So she doesn't have any guns. She's just got that axe and figures, all right, that's it. We're just going to walk for it. And hopefully we'll come across somebody. So she starts walking along, and of course he's talking again and telling her that, he should be looking for his body, and he wants his body back, and he needs medical attention, because he keeps going on about that. Scientists, medical attention.
Nice.
And she's pretty adamant about not throwing his head in the water, because, he'd be sunk at the bottom of the lake there with crabs and everything eating on him. So as they're walking along, she hears a car or a truck coming. So she stops. She doesn't want him to yell and scream. She goes, okay, you're going to screw all this up. So she jams the flag into his mouth and then flags down the truck, which is a beautiful 78 or 79. Looks like a little red Express. Those are beautiful trucks, Dodge trucks.
That's a nice truck.
Yeah.
Those were cool at the time. They were a very neat truck. And she knows who the driver is. It's Mr. Hamilton. And she flags him down and asks for a ride. And he's looking at the axe, and he sees her, and he's like, oh my God, what the hell are you doing out here? So she kind of tells a bullshit story that she wants him to, take her to the police, and they've kidnapped Liam. And he's like, oh my God, okay. So he gets her in the truck, and they're driving along. So he picks up, she asked if she could wear the jacket because she's cold and wet. So she throws his spare raincoat on, and he's telling the story. And the first thing that I noticed with Mr. Hamilton there is he talks about the boy being kidnapped, and he's cut up, but she never told him that he was cut up. So how the hell does this guy know that she was cut up? So right off the bat, I was starting to get suspicious of this guy. Then they drive along, and they see that the road is blocked by a tree. So she goes out. She goes, hey, I got a handy axe here. Let's go out and just chop this tree out of the way. I'll chop the tree down. And he goes back to the back of the truck, and he starts hearing the noises in the back of the truck, and he looks in there, and he sees the severed head in the back. But she's chopping away, and she looks into her pocket of this jacket. She's feeling around after she's been chopping this tree down like crazy, and she pulls out the shears out of the pocket. And then she's like putting two and two together, and she's like, oh my God, but Mr. Hamilton's coming back with a chain, and he's none too happy about what's happened here after he saw the head in the back of the car. So he takes that chain, and he just lays right into her with it and knocks her out with it, and then tells her, this is going to be over soon. But she chops him in the leg with the axe. He starts smashing her with the chain, knocks her out. Well, we think she's knocked out. And he's saying it's almost over, but will it? I'm thinking she's going to add another head to her basket very shortly.
Magic 8 Ball says all indications say yes.
There's 7 issues, and it's basket full of heads.
Yes.
So, and that's plural, so it's got to be more than 2.
Yeah. So that's the first 3 issues. Let's talk about these first 3 issues. If you don't mind, I'll start out by saying I like Tony had not read these before. I like the cinematic feel for it. Tony, one thing that I noticed with our retro review last week, and then being a Vertigo book, and then doing something Black Label this week, I like how sometimes they let the art just do the talking and the communicating, and it's done very effectively. You don't have to be wordy to have a good book.
No,
really definitely not.
No, I really enjoyed this, and I would love, Steve, for you to come on sometime, and we'll do the last 4 issues.
Yeah, that'd be cool to finish it all off.
Yeah. So
see where this is going. How many heads does she get, and does she unravel this whole mystery?
Yeah.
Well, it's not that big of a basket, so I'd say
True.
at least 2 more, maybe tops. That basket's gonna be full.
Hello to Super Russ. Hope you're doing fantastic. Tony, what are your thoughts? Anything you want to add?
No. This is a very interesting story. I could see why it was so popular. I think this could be, a really good, mini series on Netflix or something.
Mm-hmm.
But no, this is very intriguing. I could see why it was so popular.
Yeah. Steve, what would you like to add?
Yeah, with a magical weapon like that severs a body part and it still stays alive, that's pretty rocking.
Yeah, that sure is.
But the thing of so the head is still talking, but the body's not doing anything. So would the body just be inert now, or what? That's the part I don't understand. Like, why is the head still talking, but the body doesn't do anything anymore?
Yeah.
So it's maybe just specific to that. So the head can still function, but everything else is done. I guess it depends on the limb that it severs.
I guess. So
maybe we'll find out more.
Maybe. So Steve, did you buy this when it was brand new? Or did you get this later on?
Yeah,
okay.
I got it when it came out. And then the one that I got later on was the refrigerator full of heads.
Which do you like better between the two?
I think they're both equally well, because the refrigerator full of heads is just a continuation on this one.
Okay.
So it's still the same premise, same weapon, same thing.
It's just an upgrade.
Just a different time. That's all.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for picking this out tonight. That's what's great about having guests on the show. It exposes people like Tony and I to maybe books that we hadn't read yet, or, it's been a winning experience for me with these picks that our guests have had. So thank you for being on and choosing this tonight.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah. So right now we'll start segueing a little bit into our book show portion, where we'll show something DC Comics oriented and talk about our channels or anything that's going on with our channels or appearances that we could have. Steve, if you wouldn't mind going first, where can we find you? And I did put a link to your Instagram in the description for the video here too, so people can follow you over there. Any upcoming YouTube appearances after tonight, or anything else that you want to talk about?
Oh, the YouTubes. Usually I'm on with Gary B on Tuesday nights on his 1011 channel. And usually once a month too with Anachronic Comics, Joe's channel. Yeah. We do our Espresso mail call.
Yeah, that's fun.
I'll put my own videos up. Sometimes I go live on Wednesdays for New Comic Book Day if Trev the Shipping Guru isn't on. Then Channel R is ready to step up when Channel A is not available.
Okay.
Because I am the Econo channel, I call it.
To the backup.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Okay, awesome.
And then, of course, I do unboxings, unbaggings, all that kind of stuff. All the same things that everyone else seems to do. It's probably why I don't get a whole lot of attention, because I'm just doing the same stuff. But you know what? I love doing this stuff. It's fun for me.
That's what counts.
Yeah, I don't care about
if you are enjoying it, then you are doing YouTube right.
100%. I don't care about the views or the amount of subs that I have. That's monetization. I don't care about.
Yeah. Awesome. Do you have something or a few things that you'd like to share with us for the book show portion?
Well, I was trying to get this thing open, but I forget how to open these stupid things up. I got one of these comic capsules.
Oh, the capsules. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have this particular book.
Look at that.
Hard to see. This is the Absolute Wonder Woman. This is the foil edition from Fan Expo.
I see a signature on there.
Yeah, it's signed by Hayden Sherman.
Nice.
So he was there at Fan Expo. That's why I was trying to open it up, because on the back of these things, if I can ever figure out how to open this thing, I think it's just these two. Oh, there we go. I figured it out. It's 2 tabs. So when I'm getting my signatures, I use the camera as my proof that it happened.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just standing there at the table with him, and I was buying a whole bunch of stuff. I got the Absolute Batman and Wonder Woman ash can. Just had him sign it while it was there. And I get the pictures. So then I just put it in the back of the book. So
yeah, I think that's perfect.
Yeah. Better than CGC.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you won't bend your own book.
No, exactly. Yeah, I won't mess it up. And I don't really care about that yellow label and stuff, but
sure.
And since Tony's got that beautiful art piece behind him, let's show the actual deal here.
Yeah.
My Absolute Wonder Woman.
Nice.
So that's just a couple of things.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing for us. That was great. Signature King, your channel has done quite well recently.
Yeah. I caught some kind of tsunami on my room tour. It's I got 1,000 some odd views.
That's
Up
great.
almost.
People love that.
Yeah, they do.
I got like 300 new subscribers out of it. So it's taken off. I'm pushing that 2,000 subscriber mark.
Wow.
I'm at 1,806 right now. So
How long you been on?
I have no idea.
Years.
I have no idea. I mean, I've always like my channel has existed since 2013, but I haven't been doing anything
Actively
on YouTube for
Sure.
I couldn't even begin, but a long time. So in terms of what's coming up next, I have no idea. I'm just gonna let this. Today I'm up an additional 12 subs, so I'm just gonna let this pony ride all the way to the end.
Absolutely.
And then I'll upload something. Because I heard if you have a video that's on a roll and you upload something, you knock your good content out to promote your new something, and it might not do as well. So I'm gonna ride this roller coaster all the way to the top.
Nice.
For book show, I have 2 blue things.
Let's do it. Are they Smurfs?
No.
Okay.
They're way
DC,
cooler
is
than
it?
Smurfs. It is DC.
Is DC? I thought Marvel had Smurfs.
Oh, Smurfs! I have no idea who has Smurfs. But this is DC. So got this signed at Baltimore Comic-Con, and it is Blue Devil.
Ooh.
Oh, sweet. There's a classic.
Yeah. Paris Collins, the artist. And met him for the first time. Very awesome guy to talk to. Turns out he lives like an hour away.
Oh, nice.
Holy cow. And what an underrated book, too, like that one you don't see very often at all.
Mm-hmm.
And this is in great shape. I think I got a serious at least 9.4 candidate out of this one.
Wow.
So I'm very happy with it. Now I wish I would have got him to sign this in blue ink, but missed opportunity.
Was I with you when you bought that book?
No. I got this one from all the way down in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. So.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe that's one of the ones we bought at Chicago.
No, we did buy a copy of this, but I bought that to give to somebody else.
Okay, all right.
But I've had this copy for a while.
Okay,
it's a good placement of the signature too. I like when the artist put it in a good spot.
So this next blue thing that I have, also Paris Collins did this one. Who he also did the cover, I believe, on both of them. I don't see the signature on this one, so I'm not sure, but I do see it on this one. And this is Blue Beetle.
Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, and a little remark too. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I got a cool little remark out of it, and he was a really cool guy to talk to, and he wanted a picture with me. So there's a picture floating around of him and I together.
No way.
That he took.
That's crazy.
Pretty wild.
Another good placement of the signature.
Yeah. Again, a throwback to No King's Day. So those are my two blue things from
I like
Collins.
them.
I
cool.
do. I really wish I would have done some kind of blue ink to keep.
But look at how the oranges just complement each other. Like if you ever put those on the wall, you have to put them side by side.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah,
Definitely going
absolutely.
To. So talking with him, I asked him, "Hey, what's your favorite color?" What do you think he said?
Orange.
Red.
Blue.
Red.
Because of the
but I
background.
just was like Blue Beetle, Blue Devil.
Mm-hmm.
If he would have said blue, I'd have been like, come on, man. Nope.
Come on, that's like the obvious answer, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Or he did say a close second was Eagles green, Philadelphia Eagles green. Because he's originally from Philly.
So, Tony, because my ego won't allow this to go any further until I put this out here. You mentioned he wanted a picture with you, and I think that's cool when people do that.
It is, yeah.
2 people that come to mind that have asked to have pictures of me on their phones. One was Joe Staten.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Okay.
Yeah, which is cool. I love that. And then the other one, not comic book related, but Marie Osmond.
No way.
Marie Osmond.
Yeah, she's like, I have to have a picture of Ryan on my phone. She turned to her sister, she goes, get my phone. I have to have a picture with Ryan on my phone, too.
What year was that?
I don't know, it was maybe about 6 or 7 years ago.
Wow.
Oh, so recently. Okay.
More recent, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I just had to throw that in there because
Were
I don't get a
you-
chance to talk about Marie Osmond that much.
Were you still? I know you have a radio background. Were
It
you
was
still-
it was during my radio time, yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
Donnie and Marie brought their Vegas show to Chicago for a week, and I went to one of those shows.
It's funny you mentioned the Osmonds. So for the longest time, there's a really fancy used car lot near me, and they had this big bus. And I just stopped one day because I kept seeing it every day on my way to work. I just wanted to look at it because it was like the most beautiful bus ever. Well, it turns out it was Donnie and Marie Osmond's tour bus.
Oh, nice.
No way. That's awesome.
Nice.
I guess they sold it to get it. I don't know what the story was, but there's a sticker on there, used by Donnie and Marie Osmond for
Oh,
this
that's cool.
special tour or whatever.
Nice.
How did it appear?
Cool. So on my channel, I did my back issue of the week short on DC Challenge, which issue number 1 is 40 years old this month. So I celebrated that, and that surprisingly, I didn't think anyone would be that interested in it. 889 views as of right now, so I was really happy with that. Not that views matter, I'm just like Steve. I mean, but sometimes
It feels
it's
good.
shocking.
yeah.
I find that cons, room tours, that kind of thing, those get the most views. Or if it's like a shocking title.
Yeah. So that's my current back issue of the week. There'll be another back issue of the week dropping tomorrow. I haven't recorded it yet. Just saying. That's on my to-do list tonight. My current comic book editions video is an Omni X-Men Grand Prize win plus an AOK and C3 prize win from John's Comics with Friends. So,
Sweet.
yeah, my grand prize win came from Geek Out with Roscoe and its original piece of artwork that he did for Omni X-Men, which is awesome. And then I have my C3 prize win and an AOK from both of them in my current video. So that's what's on the channel. The next comic book editions dropping Tuesday afternoon will be an AOK unboxing from our good friend, Joel the Geek. So that's coming up on Tuesday. I also want to mention Saturday. So the next time Saturday rolls around on John's Comics with Friends channel, I will be on with him and JP Budget Collecting. They always do each month an Omni review. And this month they're doing the Wonder Woman by George Perez Volume 2 Omni review. We've already done Volume 1.
Sweet.
So we're doing Volume 2 this upcoming Saturday. I think it's 8 o'clock Central, if I'm not mistaken. So look for that on John's channel on Saturday. So I'm excited to be over there. And if you have a book show, and I'll show my book show in a moment, but I'll say if you have a book show or something DC Comics oriented or Basketful of Heads that you want to share with us, feel free to do so on Instagram. Use the hashtag FanboysLive in the Retro Review. So my book show tonight, I said I went comic shopping. I came back, not with a lot tonight, but these are so fresh, I haven't even bagged and boarded them yet. But
Still hot right out of the oven.
It still is. Here are the 3 that I'll be adding into my CLZ tonight. Tony showed this already. I will show this again. That Wonder Woman guy and that Storm guy present Batman and Deadpool issue 1, the Jenny Frison Storm Wonder Woman variant.
See, well, I think they're missing a big opportunity here. Like, don't you think a Storm and a Wonder Woman story would just be awesome? Like, why can't we have that?
Do you know that they did combine the 2 of them in the Amalgam and called it Amazon? So,
but they have a Batman Deadpool like whole book. Can we get a Wonder Woman Storm?
Yeah, I agree with you.
That would be so awesome.
That should look familiar because Signature King AOK'd me a print of this cover that was signed.
Yeah.
So I picked up the book that corresponds with it.
That's phenomenal.
How appropriate.
How appropriate.
There's another
And then-
opportunity.
And then finally, big surprise, I still think this cover would have been better had it been Supergirl versus Ms. Marvel because it would have been Linda Danvers versus Carol Danvers. And I think it should have been Supergirl, but I had no say in it, so I just said I shut up and let them take my money.
They should have done a Miss Marvel versus Mary Marvel cover.
Oh yeah, see that would have been awesome.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, so
Great
that is
pickup.
my book show. By the way, Steve, did you pick up any of the Marvel DC crossovers from either this batch or the previous batch?
Nope, I didn't get any of those books at all. Not interested.
Good for you, because the stories aren't the best.
Yeah, and it's like $10 a pop for those books.
Yeah,
too.
they are expensive. So
Well, the prices on eBay for them now, because they get the first appearance of Dead Bat, a Batman Deadpool crossover or hybrid amalgam, whatever. Prices for that now are just through the roof.
Yeah,
Pushing $50 for it.
If you're okay for flipping, you can do that because this will be dead in a month.
yeah,
you
It
can
will
find
be
in the dollar
dead
bins next year.
pool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Dead. So that is my book show. Links for everyone in the description to this video. Sub everyone up in the chat. We had a really great chat tonight too. Anything else you guys want to share before we wrap up?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Yeah,
your guys' Thanksgiving is in October.
Yep. Yeah, I should have another one this week anyway because I love the turkey.
Yeah, why not?
I do
Come on
too.
down. We'll have you.
Yeah. So next week, I recently found out that Signature King will not be here next weekend. Recently, I found this out.
Recently.
Recently, I did.
Very recently.
Yeah,
within the hour.
he did not volunteer the information. It was kind of coaxed out of him, but that's okay because Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe is going to be on with. She's usually on the first weekend of the new month. She's going to be on, and she was going to be on even if Signature King was here. She's going to be on next weekend, and you're going to get Shabab next weekend, and then on the 14th as well. So,
wow.
Yes. So Shabab and I will get into some trouble together.
Perfect.
On the show for next week, and I'm looking forward to that. So, Steve, thank you so much for being on. I hope you'll come back and be a guest, either continuing this or on another book or both for next year.
Yeah, I've got one or two here.
Awesome. Cool. Let's do it. So, Steve, the voice, White, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching, especially if you watched on the rewind and made it all the way to the end. We appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving. And in honor of Thanksgiving, to gobble us out, here is Signature King.
Yay, listen, little safety tip coming from me. I speak from Beck's experience. Chew your food.
Oh, yes, he does know that.
Chew your food.
Okay.